Context, motherfuckers! Do you speak it? I'm the Chris who plays games. This is your CPG rant of the evening. I am so goddamn tired of people who walk into a conversation, provide no context, expect you to know exactly what they're talking about, and continue talking as if nothing has been wrong or anything else like that in it. I am so tired of people who walk into a conversation and expect you to act with full knowledge without providing access to that knowledge. The most common way that this affects me, of course, is in bug reports in public forums like Reddit, Twitter, etc., where people will say, it's broke. Well, what's broke? I think this is wrong. Well, what's wrong? Is it new? Is it old? Is it different? Is it your account? Is it many accounts? Can you give me some information about the account that's affected? Will you tell me the playlist that you're telling me is deleted? Why do you think it's deleted? Can you show me the link that used to be there? No. I don't want to tell you. Well, then why are you posting to a goddamn forum asking for help, you goddamn moron? Of course, this isn't the only place that this comes up. While bug reports are a bane of my existence and have been for more than a decade in working in community interactions with open source and other projects, it's also the case that this can happen in conversation, where people will walk into the conversation and say, hey, what do you think about X, without giving any context as to what X is. Hey, are you still going to do that thing? Well, what thing are you talking about? Or quoting from a news source without giving context, or starting a conversation without giving people the chance to know what you're talking about. Context, motherfucker. Do you speak it? When someone offers a graph and says, look, this is good, and people say, can you give me more information on what that means? And they're just like, what do you mean? Why do you need more information? The graph tells all. Context, motherfucker. Do you speak it? Now, of course, there is a limit to that, right? You can't describe your entire life story that got you to this point in order to reach every piece of context that every single person needs for every piece of conversation. And sometimes you're going to have the opposite reaction. You're like a child, Donnie, walking into the middle of a conversation. But so many times people walk up to me and say, hey, do you think that this is X? And I'm like, I don't even know why you would begin to think that. Can you give me more context? I don't know why you believe that streaming this game would be a problem. I don't know why you think this or that. I don't know why you think that contests and giveaways aren't allowed on YouTube. I don't know why you think these things. I need your help. I need your context. I need to know why you're asking this question. I need to know context about where you came to me from, because in almost all cases, when people come to me and ask these things, there's important context that I'm missing. And sometimes I give the wrong answer as a result of it. So sometimes the answer is a simple yes or no, and instead I go deep into the situation and the issue, and then come out the other side and you go, oh, no, I just wanted to know about this specific thing. What I asked was, is porn allowed on YouTube? What I meant was, I'd really like to stream The Witcher 3, and I'm interested whether you think the animated sex scenes in it are going to be a problem. Well, there's two very different questions. What I asked was, are contests allowed on YouTube? And I linked you the guidelines. What I meant was, someone told me that they weren't allowed anymore according to a new policy that was implemented recently. Okay, but it wasn't. And had you said that first thing in the first place, then there's a good chance I would have just said, no, someone's blowing smoke up your ass. I'm having problems watching, no. Do you think YouTube is suffering from a DDoS right now? No. Why do you think YouTube is suffering from a DDoS right now? Well, because my video is buffering. Well, yes, that happens. For a million reasons. 1,000,001 probably even. But not a DDoS. Not most of the time. Running one of the world's biggest CDNs on the planet, it's hard to DDoS YouTube. More context. It makes my life easier, and when you make my life easier, I can make your life easier. Come into the conversation and don't just break into a random conversation. Now, if you're going to participate in the ongoing conversation, that's fine. If you're going to read back the past few lines and contribute something, that's totally fine. You don't need to give your full life story. But when you come in with a topic which requires thought, and you only give 10% of the context, my reaction is going to be the same every time. Context, motherfucker! Do you speak it? I'm the Chris who plays games. This has been your CPG rant of the evening.